Spark is already pretty smooth at leveling through the campaign on a league start budget, and today I want to go over some Twink leveling gear to really accelerate that process if you want to play this as a second character. So the name of the game for the first few acts is you want to scale your flat damage as high as possible. 1000 Ribbons body armor is the absolute best slot for you because it gives you a ton of flat damage. It also gives you nice resistances, some life, some energy shield, and a 7th link which lets you shock, freeze, chill, and ignite. Now to 6th link one of these, I would recommend looking into the Black Morgan Beastcraft. I think it costs somewhere around 30 chaos to make a 6th link. For your weapon, you can start off with Life Sprigs, which give us spell damage and cast speed, but I would eventually upgrade to Axiom Perpetuum because this also scales flat damage and it gives us critical strike chance. Critical strike chance is good whether you go crit from the beginning or you go elemental overload because you still need some amount of base crit to be proccing the LE overload. And you might be asking, why do we want so much flat spell damage for the first few acts? That's just because of how the game scales. By scaling your flat damage, you are going to be one-shotting basically everything in the game. And that's especially true earlier on. Now, for your amulet, I would get a Karui board, which gives us projectile speed, movement speed, dexterity, projectile damage. Everything on here is great for us. And you can go for an anoint on this. A very cheap and powerful anoint would be Divine Judgment, which is sepia, teal, and black. These are all very accessible oils, and the 50% increased elemental damage is gonna really scale up your flat damage that you're getting through all these pieces of gear. Another option you could go for is Long Shot, which is teal, crimson, and opalescent. This does give us actually 60% increased damage, which is higher than the 50%, but that is conditional on your sparks traveling a bit further out, and I feel like in the campaign you are killing stuff that's right in your face. The benefit of Long Shot is it also gives us projectile speed, so you could still consider that regardless. As for other pieces of stuff you can put on at level 1, Dodri's Damning is my favorite ring, and you have to watch out for the rolls on this. I like this because it gives you up to 20 mana per enemy killed. However, the 20 all res with a high roll is also super convenient through going through the campaign. The reason why 20 mana per enemy killed is nice is because we are going to be, again, one-shotting everything, and you have a 6th link, which you'll probably want to make use of. So 6 links cost a lot of mana, but that's completely counteracted when you're getting so much mana back all the time with this ring. And String of Servitude gives us up to 48 to all elemental resistances. This is nice because you don't really have to worry about your resistances going through the campaign. Nocturnal Caress is a way to get power, frenzy, endurance charge on kill, and on kill is perfectly fine for campaign play. 7 League Steps, another level 1 item. It's just the fastest pair of boots in the game. As for your 6th link, you're going to start off with Spark, and you're going to want to use Pierce. I think you can use this in the first few levels. Added lightning damage is going to be useful. It's a bunch of flat lightning damage. Eventually, in Act 3, you have the option to put on a lot more gems. Inspiration Support is going to lower your mana cost, although you can't use this with Eldritch Battery, just keep that in mind. You likely won't be Eldritch Battery that early in the game, no matter what version of Spark you're playing. Faster projectiles is nice if you have a 6th link, it just speeds up the gameplay. I was using Archmage support. You could also use like Spell Echo, whatever, just I guess see what your build you're following uses, but these are some nice candidates for gems. Dodri's Damning gives us an additional curse, and this pairs really well once you hit level 20 and you can equip, or level 24, Mark of Submission. You're probably going to be doing lightning damage, so you could put in a conductivity, or since we have all this various flat damage, you could use Elemental Weakness as well. For the helmet slot, I like Thrill Steel because it's permanent onslaught, which is permanent move speed, permanent cast speed. You could go with the gold rims if you want. For upgrades to the glove and possibly the belt, Replica Prism Weave is something you can equip at level 25, which gives absurd amounts of flat damage and also some elemental resistances. It is less resistances, but this will give you way more damage. And once you hit level 31, you could opt for Rampage Gloves, so pretty fun. Obviously, everyone's going to have different preferences for Twink gear for leveling, and I would love to hear some of your suggestions in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of you guys use some different stuff with Spark, and there's no real one correct way to play it. But these are some suggestions to give you guys some ideas if you want to level through the campaign and play one of my Spark builds as a second character. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.